Up next on our broadcast here tonight, the 4-seeded Axtell boys and the 5-seeded Troy Trojans. Troy comes in after a 54-26 win over Onega Monday night. Meanwhile, Axtell gets the bye. Axtell comes in 6-1, and of course, returning league champions from last year, looking to redo it with some familiar faces that we'll get into here in a little bit. And of course, a rematch of last year's quarterfinal matchup between these two as well, as Axtell was victorious 53-45 en route to the TVL Tournament Championship. Timeout now for a look at news and weather around the nation. You keep it tuned right here as more basketball's up next on KNDY FM 95.5.
KNDY Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-framed buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. KNDY Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. KNDY Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. KNDY Buildings at 785-294-0147.
You want a bank that not only cares about you, but the businesses and families around. FNB Washington is that bank. Community-minded since 1883, FNB Washington truly has been there through it all. A mainstay in the Washington community. FNB cherishes the opportunity to give back, whether participating in hosting local events, providing a community room for public use, or cheering the Tigers on to victory. Your local and hometown bank is still FNB Washington, Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. No, not that one. It's time for the Twin Valley League basketball tournament, a showcase of 24 of the best teams in the state, all in one place. And along with the terrific play-by-play broadcasts you will get here on KNDY, check out the TVL Spotlight, the only podcast with coverage from Onega all week long. The TVL Spotlight on tvlspotlight.com, a service of Sunflower State Radio.
ABC News, I'm Daria Albinger. Writer E. Jean Carroll testifying in her second defamation case against Donald Trump.
Donald Trump has already been found liable for assaulting and defaming Carroll and ordered to pay damages. Trump's still claiming he doesn't know Carroll. The jury will now decide how much more Trump owes Carroll for his continued insults, including his statement that she's not my type, which Carroll says she took to mean I'm too ugly to assault.
ABC's Aaron Katursky, the George warning Mr. Trump he would expel him if he didn't stop making comments that were loud enough for jurors to hear. Another high-stakes meeting at the White House over what to include in a new spending plan. Republicans demand money for ramped-up border security. Democrats want aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. The U.S. launched retaliatory airstrikes on a number of Houthi targets in Yemen in response to the Iran-backed militia's attack on a U.S.-flagged cargo ship in the Gulf of Aden. This is ABC News. The FAA still wants to find out more after a door plug flew off an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 in flight.
Today, the FAA says it's moving forward in its process of understanding what airlines will need to inspect on MAX 9 aircraft to get them back in the air. In the meantime, Alaska Airlines CEO Ben Minicucci says their MAX 9s will not fly until they're certain they're safe. But he's also defending Boeing and Alaska's slogan written on the side of its planes reading, "Proudly all Boeing."
It's our pledge to you that when you choose an Alaska flight, the aircraft you're on is safe.
Alex Stone, ABC News.
Buckingham Palace has confirmed that King Charles will be treated for an enlarged prostate. His condition is said to be benign, and his engagements will be postponed for a short period of recuperation. The news came after Kensington Palace announced that the Princess of Wales was recovering in the London clinic after she underwent abdominal surgery. She's expected to be in the hospital for up to 14 days. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast. With a buck here, buck there. Here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-Do.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Here's your KNDY weatherology forecast for northeast Kansas and southeastern Nebraska. A wind chill watch begins at 6 p.m. Friday night. A wind chill advisory begins at 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Overcast skies tonight with a slight chance of snow. Lows dip down to about 10 above. Winds out of the northeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Slight chance for snow again tomorrow, 21. A dusting of snow tomorrow. A meteorologist, Laura Lockwood. Right now, it's 27 degrees.
Wait, Santa is done, my friends. After Santa's hard work comes the new Wi-Fi hungry connected gadgets. Make sure your router is capable and ready. Let Blue Valley help you kick off the new year on the right foot and upgrade your Wi-Fi experience. Get 2 months free worry-free Wi-Fi and free installation from Blue Valley Technologies. For more details, visit bluevalley.net/promo.
Begin your new year with a new career at Landall in Marysville. Currently accepting applications for experienced assemblers, welders, painters, and a net developer. You cannot beat the benefits Landall offers. Wages start at $16 up to $21.20 per hour with a $2 an hour shift differential for second and third shift, 4% attendance bonus, promotions, raises, all-inclusive medical plan, paid time off and paid holidays, weekly paychecks, and more. Apply online and learn more at landall.com. or call 785-562-5381 for more information. Landall Company is an equal opportunity employer.
The second broadcast of the night between the 4-seeded Axtell boys and the 5-seeded Troy Trojan boys. Axtell comes in 6-1, 2-1 in league play. Troy comes in 5-3, 3-1 in league play. Axtell likes to push this pace over 62 points per game. Meanwhile, Troy a little bit slower, 48 points per game. They've had an up and down year, back and forth wins and losses. Meanwhile, Axtell, their lone loss of the season, came back on January 5th. Top seed in this tournament, Clifton Clyde, and of course, winner of this game will face the winner of the Clifton Clyde Frankfurt game going on in our office and gym right now. We're going to take one more time out before we bring you starting lineups for this quarterfinal matchup between Axtell and Troy.
What is shining like that?
Oh, it's just my teeth.
Whoa, how'd you get them so white?
It's easy. I go to Gray Family Dental. They've been serving Northeast Kansas for over 19 years and have locations in Marysville, Blue Rapids, and Frankfurt. With all that experience, they really know what they're doing.
Really? They sound amazing.
They sure are. Remember, if you want the whitest teeth in the business from a local employer who supports your schools and community, go to Gray Family Dental. Schedule your appointment by calling 562-5323 today.
KNDY Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-frame buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. KNDY Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. KNDY Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. KNDY Buildings at 785-294-0147.
The Axtell boys look to repeat as TVL champions here in Onega, and that starts this evening. Starting lineups for you tonight. First for Troy. They were before mentioned 5-3 on the year, 3-1 on the season. Number 2, Seth Judd, a senior. Number 4, Gannon Bowe, a junior. Number 12, Caden Rosenberger, a sophomore. Number 15, Henry Geiger, a sophomore. Number 45, Jack Hartman, a junior. Trojans are led by Jonathan Rodvelt. As for the Axtell boys, they come off a 6-1 season record, 2-1 in league. They will go number 10, Eli Brocksterman, a junior. Number 23, Colin Shaughnessy, a sophomore. Number 25, Brandon Snelsley, a junior. Number 34, Grady Boasting, a senior. Number 45, Grant Boasting, a senior as well. Axtell Eagles are led by head coach Jason Tynan and are coming off the most wins in a school program history with 21 last year and a fourth place finish in 1A Division II state. along with multiple successes, of course, on the football gridiron. 3 straight 8-man Division II state champions looking to enforce that here tonight. First play of the evening goes inside to the big man, Grant Bussing. Beautiful feed from Brandon Schmelsley. We're going to hear that name a lot as we did in the football season. We'll keep it going. Of course, Axtell without a point guard too this year. Landon Schmelsley was supposed to take over, hurt his knee. Landon Schmitz was supposed to take over. Schmelsley now taking over from that position. Inside, second one for Grant Bussing, up and down as the big boy is eating inside. Axtell likes to push the pace. They are going to full court, man-to-man, press the heck out of this Troy Trojans team. These two teams did meet last year in the TVL tournament. Same quarterfinal round. Result, Axtell winning 54-45 as they went on to win the TVL tournament over in Washington. Axtell in a man-to-man. They are going to be the home team tonight, as they are the 4 seed. They're in their white jerseys, blue Axtell and numbers across their chest with blue and red stripes down the side. Meanwhile, Troy will be in their blue uniforms with white numbers and letters. There's a block on the one end. Turnover, though, by Axtell as they couldn't get a run out going. First turnover for the Eagles in this one. One apiece now for Troy and Axtell. If you're just catching action, Hanover girls victorious over Frankfort here early on in this one. First shot for Troy, up and no good by Seth Judd, the senior. Troy starts 0-4-2. Near side, Schmelsley will set it up into the corner to Bussing. That's going to be Grant getting it going here for the Eagles offense. Troy will be in a 2-3 zone, kind of matching up. 3-ball straight away. Colin Shaughnessy, a triple, and Axtell is hot here early on, up 7-0. Have not missed a shot. Defensively, Troy will take it inside and get their first bucket of the evening. Jack Hartman, the junior leader for this team, puts it down and good for the Trojans. Trojans do return 3 letter winners from last year, so an experienced team mixed with some youth here for a Troy team this year. Travel on Axtell, second turnover now for the Eagles as it will go back to Troy. First substitution now, Wyatt Detweiler into the contest for Grant Bussing. So we're going to go smaller. Wyatt, more point guard style. Grant down low. Some more speeds out there. Of course, younger brother of Do-It-All and state winning quarterback a couple of years ago, Isaac Detweiler. Top of the key, Seth Judd, will send it up, gets the screen from Jack Hartman, now right side into the hands of Rosenberger. Rosenberger hands it off to Geiger. Geiger inside, shot no good. Offensive rebound and down for Jack Hartman. The big man down low feasting with Grant Bussing out as it has been the big boys here early on tonight getting their opportunities to fall. Personal foul will go against Grady Bussing. The senior down low picks up his first personal foul. First one for Axtell. No dice from the line as Hartman is empty on that trip from the stripe. Near side, Axtell with it underneath, stepping out of bounds and diving for the ball. I believe that was Colin Shaughnessy. He's going to turn it over Axtell. That's already 3 early turnovers now for the Eagles in this one. Seven-4 early first quarter action here. Quarterfinal game. 4-seeded Axtell, 5-seeded Troy. Winner will go on to face the winner of 1-seed Clifton Clyde versus 9-seed Frankfort going on in the opposite gym over next to us right now. Trying to work his way inside will be Gannon Zoe. Gives it off to the big man down low, Henry Geiger, and Geiger will be fouled. Sophomore goes about 6'1", it looks like. Good build on him. And second personal foul now for Grady Bussing as Geiger will step to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. One Bussing out, next Bussing in. Grady out, Grant back in. Free throw up and down on the old-fashioned three-point play for Geiger, and just like that, we are knotted up here at 7. course, Axtell boys looking to repeat as tournament championships. They were victorious last year. Also victorious back in 2013. The team went on to win state that year for the Eagles, and it's a good thing when they do win a state championship there in 13. A fourth-place finish for the Eagles last year after they won the TVL tournament. So looking to get back to that level of excellence. Of course, most wins in the program history last year with 21. They're off to a good start here this year. 6-1, lone loss coming to that before-mentioned top-seeded Clifton Clyde Eagles team. Underneath, a kickball will be the official call from Troy. Axtell will keep it underneath their own basket. Schmelsley will trigger man in the Shaughnessy in the corner. Right back to Braden Schmelsley. Left corner. Up top into the hands of Brocksterman. 3-ball from straightaway. Colin Shaughnessy can't get his second one to get him. Troy's out and running. Pushing the base quickly the other way. Gets it out top to Judd. Judd swings it into the corner. Geiger with it. Looks to make a move inside. Nice take there by Henry Geiger. And just like that, Troy is up 2. Axtell guards having a little trouble with this Troy defense, kind of a 3-2 matchup zone. Here it goes, baseline, back out, into the hands of Brocksterman. Brocksterman lines up a 3. No good offensive rebound. That rebound, though. Grant Bussing, he can't get second opportunity. Third opportunity, no good. But free throws upcoming for Colin Shaughnessy. First opportunity for VMI South catching these Axtell Eagles here in this year. Had a good run last year. A lot of players back from what was a successful season. Some new players stepping in, of course, missing the services of Landon Schmidt. Set to take over point guard position. Injured himself early on in this season. Had to adjust, said head coach Jason Tynan, and that they have to the tune of 6-1. Shaughnessy goes 2 for 2 from the line. Axtell first 2 free throws were knotted back up now at 9. This was a tight game last year. Ended up being an 8-point win for Axtell. But like we said, it pushed them to a a TVL tournament championship. Smelsley from the free throw line can't get his first shot to go. Offensive rebound is fought for, and a foul will be called on Troy. It'll stay now with the Eagles. Good crowd of Axtell fans there over on the north side of the gym. Of course, it's a good weekend for some high school basketball as a turnover Axtell off the hands of Grant Bussing on the top side. Can't handle that hot pass. Already fourth turnover now for Axtell in this one. 2 of them have been, what's the word I'm looking for, unforced. No pressure needed, just kind of throwaway mental mistakes. 2:26 left to play. First quarter knotted up at 9 here. Attacking left side will go Gannon Bow inside. About 7 bounces on top of that rim, but it finally drops down for Troy as they have only missed 1 shot here in the first quarter. Setting it up will be Detweiler top side. Shaughnessy steps in for 3. He cans that. The sharp shooting Colin Shaughnessy already with his second triple here this evening. He's 2 for 2 from that mark. 2 for 2 from the line as well as he has 8. Now he gets the steal. Turnover Troy. Axtell will look to run, but right back to the Trojans it goes. Block. And free throws now upcoming for the blue and white. We're going to get a blocking call underneath. Who are we going to call that one on? Shaughnessy. So his first personal, third now for Axtell. Shaughnessy in their last game out against Clifton Clyde. It was a 50-34 win, but a lone bright spot there for Coach Jason Tynan. 12 points for him and Brocksterman against the top-seeded Clifton Clyde Eagles a couple weeks ago. If Axtell can take care of business here this evening, that matchup is looming on the top side of the bracket. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the bracket, tomorrow the Hanover Wildcats 2-seed will face the 10-seeded Valley Heights Mustangs at 7 o'clock. We'll have that coverage right here on KNDY FM 95.5. While also at 7 o'clock in the other gym, 3-seeded Centralia will take on 11-seeded Donovan West as the Mustangs beat Washington County earlier today. Gannon Bow It's another one for Troy, and Troy can't be stopped. Shaughnessy has the answer. He does! A third triple for Colin Shaughnessy in this third quarter. 3 for 3 from downtown, and it is 15-13. 70 seconds left here in the first quarter. Underneath, wild shot put up. Number 40 there for Troy now into the contest. First action for Wyatt Whistler, the junior. Shot up a wild shot. Able to allow Axtell to get out in transition. Axtell couldn't finish, but they will keep possession. 62 points a game this Axtell team likes to score. If I was wrong, they turned it over. I thought they signaled it Axtell ball, but Axtell turns it over for the sixth time in this third quarter, and Troy has an opportunity now to either tie or take the lead. Backdoor cut, Bo gets it up. Inside Judd, shot from the elbow is down and good. Seth Judd, his first bucket of the evening, and Troy is on fire here. 16-15, they have missed one shot from the floor, and now an over and back on Axtell. Uncharacteristic as Eli Broxterman did not realize where he was on the court. Simply turns it over and gives it now back to Troy as they are feeling it here in this first quarter. Many of these names familiar from the matchup last year. Axtell used a 53-45 win to get themselves to the TVL Tournament Championship game. This was a quarterfinal matchup as well last year. Whistler gets it inside, kicks it out now to Geiger. Geiger looks to make a move. Already with 5 points here in this quarter. 3 ball on the way is short, no good. Defensive rebound pulled down there by Gavin Shaughnessy into the contest now for Axtell. Smelsley with it with 5. Shaughnessy top the key, swings it. Colin Shaughnessy for 3. No good. Halfway down and out. His first miss of the quarter. But a tight one here in the first as Troy leads 16-15.
Sapp Brothers Petroleum works hard to be there for you when it matters most. Their goal is simple, to be your number one source of propane, lubricants, and extreme premium diesel fuel. They'll reach that goal by treating you like family and giving you service that makes you want to come back. Proudly serving Kansas with locations in Blue Rapids and Hanover, Sapp Brothers thanks all their current customers. If you're not a customer, call the winning team at Sapp Brothers locations in Hanover or Blue Rapids today for all your propane and fuel needs.
Dreaming of a new home? Let Inline Construction make that dream a reality. Custom home builds from foundation to finish with your plans, or they'll help you with design. Build on your lot or take advantage of Marysville's newest subdivision, Hartley Ridge, at 8th Street and Jayhawk Road. Call today and get started with Inline Construction of Marysville.
At United Bank & Trust, we get it. Bank hours don't always fit into your schedule. With the United Bank & Trust mobile banking app, you can bank anytime, anywhere. At home, at work, or anywhere in between. You can perform convenient and secure transactions like mobile check deposit, transfer money between accounts, or see your balance instantly. Find it by searching for United Bank & Trust mobile app in your app store. Mobile banking with United Bank & Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
16-15, our score at the end of one quarter. Axtell trailing Troy in this quarterfinal matchup, 4-5 seed here in this one. Colin Shaughnessy, the big man for Axtell in that first quarter, as he ended up with 11 points. Coming out of the gate, Troy does not miss a beat. Gannon Bowe, who had himself 5 points in that quarter, gets the first bucket. Troy, too, as well in this first half. They've only missed one shot up to my making. They missed one shot and one free throw to get out to this lead. Turnover Axtell, and that's another cause of concern for head coach Jason Tynan. 8 turnovers now for Axtell in this first half, only 2 here for Troy. Shaughnessy had himself 11 points in that first quarter. Grant Bussing had the first 4 of the game for Axtell and then had not scored yet. Still looking for Brandon Schmelze and Eli Broxterman to get into the scoring action. Both have been very capable of double figures on any given night, looking to get something here in the second quarter. Kickball will be the official call on Axtell. Peyton Heinen now into the contest for the Eagles. Heinen, Brocksterman, Schmelsley, Detweiler, and Shaughnessy Collin are your 5. 3 ball is down for Troy. Henry Geiger, 8 points now, his first triple. He is 3 for 3 from the field. Troy cannot miss. 21-15 as the Trojans are on top of the Eagles. 3-2 defense here for the blue and white of Troy. Around the horn it goes. Two-man game between Detweiler and Brocksterman, top of the key. Finally goes to the right side of the court into the hands of Shaughnessy. Detweiler gets it inside. Good pass there for Heinen, but Heinen can't finish. Good defense by the Trojans. Axtell goes empty on that possession. Defensively inside, Jack Hartman, I think, got himself a piece of that block as Troy is playing almost flawless basketball. Here's a steal, though. Eli Brocksterman is going to get a run out. Left-handed layup under control, down and good for the junior. There's the athleticism that leads Axtell to a lot of fast break points. Looking to do that here. Turnover, Troy in the corner. Good trap between Schmelsley and Brocksterman. Getting too impatient there was Gannon Bowe. Third turnover now for Troy. Peyton Heinen will take a seat now on the bench. Or excuse me, Dalton. Can't even read my own writing. It looks like a P there. Excuse me. Dalton Heinen take a seat now on the bench. As back into the contest will come Grant Bussing. Another turnover, though, Axtell starting to pile up. 9 here with 5:47 left to play before halftime. Empty possessions by the Eagles, not getting a chance to even put the ball in the rim as Troy holds themselves a 4-point advantage. Troy, though, been very loose here lately with this full-court press by Axtell. This really sped up the Trojans. Inside, Hartman will be fouled. That's going to be Grant Bussing moving over, forcing the 2 free throws from Hartman as this Axtell defense not rotating quickly as they're used to. Down low. Hartman sinks the free throw. 0 for 1 there in the first quarter. Short on the second one as he splits a pair. And Axtell will take back possession. Back the other way, Axtell turns it over again, far side as Schmelsley wasn't looking for the pass. 10th one here in the half. Hartman the other side, no good, can't finish the bunny. Schmelsley's out and running. Colin Shaughnessy near side for 3. That's one of them. He's short, way short. Air ball from Shaughnessy, who had 3 there in the first quarter. Now at the other end, full court pass. Foul on Axtell, and back to the line for more free throws will go Henry Geiger. Oh, no, we're not. No foul called. I think Geiger traveled with it as he caught that ball on the other end of the court. Back and forth we go, 22-17, 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Grant Bussing inside. He's 3 for 3 from the floor. His first bucket here in the second quarter pulls this back down to 3. Axtell out of position on their press, but they get back. Judd is going to attack Bussing, and he makes him pay. Seth Judd, nice little pull-up from about 7 feet away, right in the face of Grant Bussing. And Troy back up 24-19. Round the horn it goes for the Eagles here. Top of the key, Wyatt Detweiler winds up a 3. That one's going to be short off the back of the rim, in front of the rim, excuse me. Detweiler's first shot is a miss. A steal by Shaughnessy as he blows through a Troy Trojan. That will be Caston Jasper taking the brunt of that hit from Shaughnessy. The freshman first action now into the game for the Trojans, and Jason Tynan wants himself a timeout. We'll take it with them. Axtell trailing this one in quarterfinal action, second quarter, 24-19.
For engineered roof and floor trusses, call on Axtell Truss. 12 to 80-foot span. Complete hip, cathedral, and floor systems using only the best SYP available. Delivered to your site undamaged on a roll-off trailer. Manufactured locally at Axtell Truss on U.S. Highway 36, 2 miles west of K110 between Seneca and Marysville. Phone 785-736-2291.
Not everyone can become a Lennox dealer, so you'll be glad to know when you buy a Lennox from Hanover Electric Incorporated, you not only get the best products in the business, you also get a tradition of experience in making sure your home is as comfortable as it can be. Because every independent Lennox dealer must pass the Lennox Quality Dealer Standards Program, the toughest test in the industry. And what it means is you get a dealer you could always count on. Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
Max Blasky back with you from Onega on KNDY 95.5, our second game of the night between Axtell and Troy. In the first game of the night, Hanover girls defeated Frankfort 46-39 to move on to face the top-seeded Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles in semifinal action. That game will be Friday at 1:30. Here in this one, winner will go on to face the winner of the Clifton-Clyde Frankfort game, going on opposite of us over in the other gym. Got to take care of this game, though, first. Axtell trailing 24-19 into the contest now. Gavin Shaughnessy looking to shoot it here left side. Skip pass across the court into the hands of Brandon Smelsley, right corner. Smelsley gets it top of the key, Wyatt Detweiler. Shaughnessy will step into a three. That one's off the right side of the rim. Defensive rebound, big defensive rebound, pulled down by Jack Hartman, and Axtell is empty again on their possession. Three ball on the way from Troy, top of the key, shot up no good from Jasper, and Axtell back the other way. Axtell not too very many transition points here so far. Troy has kind of been sloppy with the ball, only 5 turnovers, but have kept possession of it anyway. Meanwhile, Axtell not able to use that athleticism, and the defense, half-court defense of Troy, has been causing these guards trouble for the Eagles. Three ball way off from Eli Brocksterman, hit the backboard, and that was it. And once again, the Eagles go one and done on their possession. Back the other way, Seth Judd, the senior, working against freshman Wyatt Detweiler, left corner. Looking for a screen, man, won't get it. Now gets one from Jack Hartman. Swings around the top of the key, man-to-man defense here for Axtell. Judd, top line, looking to back down Brandon Smelsley. Smelsley out there at midcourt, pounding him. Eli Brocksterman gets the steal, right-handed layup, up and down for the junior. Kind of lulled them to sleep there, did Brocksterman, and that Axtell defense. Troy will do a good job of just kind of dribbling it around. And all of a sudden, Brocksterman, our backside defender, will come up and steal it away. Already done that once here tonight. That's the second time. Troy looking for an answer. Still up, though, by 3 as we roll under 2 minutes to go till halftime. Of course, coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at how this bracket is shaping out. A broadcast schedule coming up for you, too, for the rest of the week. Substitution, Henry Geiger back into the contest. Jasper to the bench, turnover Troy. Troy has been absolutely unconscious here from the field to today. Unofficially, 1 missed shot in 2 quarters of action already. 2 missed free throws, though. Axtell has shot themselves 2 for 2 from that strike. Turnovers, though, a key. Axtell 10, almost an 11. That being fouled out top will be Wyatt Detweiler. Third team foul now for Troy. So we'll see who they take that one on. I don't know if we're doing that anymore. There it goes. It finally changes. Caden Rosenberger picking that one up. Been stuck on player 23 for Axtell for about 4 minutes. Inside, nice cut. Detweiler's, though, rejected at the rim by Jack Hartman. Big number 45, having himself a good first half as the bigs for Troy dominating Axtell inside early on. Top of the key, Bo will look to go to work. Swings it top side. Little hop the table with Geiger. Geiger inside, guarded by Shaughnessy. Throws it right out of bounds, does Troy. First half observation, this Troy team can score in the first about 5 seconds of an offensive possession, but if Axtell plays good defense, they're going to cause a turnover or just force a mental mistake by the Trojans. We'll see what second half adjustments come up for head coach Jason Tynan and his boys as they trail here with 66 left in the first half. Trail by 3, 24-21, but an opportunity now with the ball to either cut it to 1 or tie it up. Turnover, though, Axtell off the chest of the cutting Gavin Shaughnessy, and head coach for the Trojans, Jonathan Roosevelt, wants a timeout. We'll take a 30 with them. 52 seconds left to go before half as Axtell trails 24-21.
Bat Tire in Frankfort is the place to go for tires in Frankfort. Why drive anywhere else? Offering a full range of tires, including Kelly tires and Hankook tires. Get the very best in tire technology for superior handling and longevity. Bat Tire will keep you on the road and headed to where you need to be. Replacements or repairs, they'll get you rolling again. Bat Tire in Frankfort, a proud supporter of the Frankfort Wildcats. Good luck.
Coming up here at halftime, we'll take a look at the brackets, how they're breaking down, what's going on over in the other gym. The tight game between 1-seeded Clifton Clyde and 9-seeded Frankfort is at halftime. Here in the South Gym, we're 52 seconds away from half. Axtell trailing 24-21. They trailed 16-15 at the end of the first quarter, and what looked like was going to be a 60-point contest for both of these teams. The turnovers have been a problem for both of these squads. 7 turnovers now for Troy, 11 for Axtell in this first half. Majority of them here in the second quarter. Axtell has been pressing and will stay in their 1-2-2. Almost forces a turnover, but Bo will get out of there with it for the Trojans. And a carry by Gannon Bo, the junior, as he got past the defense for Axtell, went to pull it out right wing and just carried that basketball. So not allowing to get Axtell in transition has been a key for Troy here in this one, and they've been doing a good job, too, on their half-court defense. Shaughnessy, Brocksterman, Smelsley, Detweiler, and I believe that's going to be missing out there. You're 5 for Axtell. 3 ball on the way. Eli Brocksterman can't get it. Brandon Smelsley, the offensive rebound. He's going to keep it alive for Axtell. 22 seconds left here to go before halftime. Inside, can't make that one. Will be Colin Shaughnessy as he misses it from 3 feet around. Axtell need to get a block. That's a charge on the other end. Good job to put his body on the line. Let's see who pops up from the bottom of that pile. Gavin Shaughnessy throwing his body on the line big time, stopping Seth Judd from getting a wide open layup and allowing Axtell another crack at it. This game, a close one between these two teams in quarterfinal matchup at Washington last year. 53-54, Axtell won as they went on to win the TVL tournament. 6 seconds left. Shaughnessy steps into a 3. Gavin rims off, offensive rebound. Fought for, still on the ground. And we will go into halftime with Axtell leading this one 24-21. You're listening to TVL tournament action right here on KNDY.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
As a producer, you wear a lot of hats, from livestock expert to machinery and crop expert. For ag lending expertise, you can count on us. We'll help with the loans you need for livestock, seed, and equipment. So when it comes to ag, talk to us. Like you, our field is agriculture. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We're just making a living, making things grow.
Cottage Hill Ag Supply makes precision planting work for you. Put their experience and exceptional customer service to work when planning for the next planting season. Check their test plot results with quality seed lines including AgriGold and NC+. Set up assistance with your planner and adjustments as needed help you be more efficient. As a fellow farmer, Darren Jacobson can share his experience if you're new to precision planting. Count on top quality products with expert service and a commitment to go above and beyond for their customers. Go online to cottagehillagsupply.com.
The Dragiston Insurance Agency proudly represents Buckeye Insurance Group, founded over 130 years ago. With all that experience, you can expect nothing less than superior insurance and service. They use a common sense approach to write policies that are customized to meet specific insurance needs. The Dragiston Agency offers top-notch service, expertise, and knowledge. Call 785-325-2263 or stop by the office in Washington. The Dragiston Agency and Buckeye Insurance Group. Together, they're insuring the heartland.
You've reached Billy Bob's Propane. Nobody can take your call now, but somebody will get back to you sometime.
Yeah, this is Frank Jones, and I'm switching propane companies. Why?
Wanklin Oil has more to offer, and to be honest, better prices. They also gave me options that fit my budget, and in case you don't remember, I called last week because I was nearly out of propane. You never called me back. I'm now out of propane.
Switching propane dealers is no big deal. Call Wanklin Oil at 1-800-794-2019. Wanklin Oil, we've had the energy since 1926.
At halftime of this quarterfinal matchup in the boys bracket between 4-seeded Axtell and 5-seeded Troy, the Trojans lead Axtell by 3, 24-21. It was 16-15 at the end of one quarter. Troy was leading that one, but an ugly second quarter for both squads. Troy scored 8 points. Axtell scored 6 in that second quarter. Troy has been unconscious, though, from the field. They are 8 for 9 from the floor, 2 for 2 from threes. They are only 2 for 4 from the free throw line. But when you're shooting well over 90% from the field, you're going to be leading in most contests. They were led in scoring in that first half by Henry Geiger. He had 8 points, 7 points for Gannon Bowe, 4 points for Seth Judd, and 5 points for Jack Hartman, who the big man down low had himself a nice first half defensively as well. As for Axtell, they were 5 for 8 from the floor, 3 for 10 from threes, and all 3 of those came on the right hand of Colin Shaughnessy in the first quarter. He led Axtell in scoring with 11, all of that in the first quarter, 3 triples and 2 free throws. 6 points for Grant Bussing, 4 of those in the first quarter as he started the game hot for Axtell, all 4 points. 4 points, 2 for Eli Broxterman. Have not called Brandon Schmelsley's name yet from the scoring column. Hasn't looked to be too aggressive yet, though, here in this one to look to change that. Turnovers, though, a story for both of these squads. 9 of them unofficially for Troy in that first half, 11 of them for Axtell. Axtell did get a few runouts, though, and that kept it closer than it probably could have been. But Troy is just shooting lights out in that first half. Of course, winner of this game goes on to match up against Clifton Clyde and Frankfort. We'll preview how the boys and girls brackets are breaking down right after this word from our sponsors.
Ever feel like your insurance company doesn't know you?
Insurance Corporation will issue generic plans where agricultural activities occur.
Only a human can visit your farm or ranch to know what you need. Find out why Farm Bureau Financial Services is the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it. Talk to an agent today or visit fbfs.com/protect. #1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2019 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Call on Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Bryce Leonard in Washington today.
Everyone's wanting to reduce, reuse, and recycle. How about reducing the amount of money leaving your bank account every month? With income-based living and reduced cable bill cost for everyone, Waterville Housing Authority is your housing partner. Enjoy maintenance-free and comfortable living in 1 or 2 bedroom apartments. Check out their Facebook page or call 785-363-2239. That's 785-363-2239.
Call Parthimer Electric at 268-0553. At Parthimer Electric, we specialize in residential and commercial electrical services and are dedicated to providing customer service that is second to none. Parthimer Electric won't leave the job until you're satisfied. Parthimer Electric is available at all hours and offers flexible services for indoor or outdoor jobs. You can visit us on the web at the Parthimer Electric Facebook site or give us a call at 268-0553. Parthimer Electric in Frankfort.
You want a bank that not only cares about you, but the businesses and families around. FNB Washington is that bank. Community-minded since 1883, FNB Washington truly has been there through it all. A mainstay in the Washington community, FNB cherishes the opportunity to give back, whether participating in hosting local events, providing a community room for public use, or cheering the Tigers on to victory. Your local and hometown bank is still FNB Washington, Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
24-21 halftime score between Axtell and Troy here in this quarterfinal matchup between 4 and 5 seeded respectively. Over in the other gym at halftime, score update courtesy of Jeff Wirtz over at the TVL Spotlight. Give him a follow on Facebook. Check out tvlspotlight.com too as well. Clifton Klein leading 28-25 over Frankfort. The 9-seeded Wildcats hanging tight with the undefeated Eagles. Of course, Frankfort defeated Blue Valley 58-57 in first-round action Monday and are looking to continue that hot start with first-year head coach Adam Schreiner. Winner of that game will face off winner of this game Friday at 3 p.m., while on the other side of the bracket, the number 2-seeded Hanover Wildcats will face off against 10-seeded Valley Heights as the Mustangs earned a 50-45 win over Lynn Monday evening. That game will be at 7 p.m. tomorrow night right here on KNDY 95.5, while also at 7 o'clock tomorrow over in the other gym, the 3-seeded Centralia Panthers will be taking on 11-seed Doniphan West with both of those rights to go to the semifinals. As for the girls' matchup, 2 tickets are already punched to the semifinals. Clifton Klein defeated Axtell 49-41 earlier this evening as they stay undefeated on the season. Meanwhile, in the broadcast right before this one, Hanover defeated Frankfort 46-39. Bottom side or the opposite side of this winner side of the bracket looks like this. 2-seeded Valley Heights Mustangs will tip off their first action against 10-seeded Lynn Thursday at 5:30. That game as well can be heard right here on KNDY FM 95.5 as that starts our broadcast tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, Centralia and Doniphan West again on that girls' side. 3-seeded Centralia Panthers and 6-seeded Doniphan West will face off at 5:30. Action continues tomorrow here from Onega. Second of action coming up here for you next. Axtell looking for a comeback, trailing by 3 as we head into second half action.
Unload your unwanted or unused items and benefit local residents with disabilities through the Twin Valley Thrift Shops. Have some good used things taking up space? Drop those off anytime at the warehouse in Waterville or Twice But Nice in Beatty. For larger lots of garage sale leftovers, furniture, and the like, call to arrange pickup. Every donation sold benefits Twin Valley Services and their local residents. Learn more online at twinvalleyfriends.com or stop by the warehouse in Waterville, plus used furniture and appliances, or Twice But Nice in Beatty.
You love farming through the good times and the bad, and you hope and pray your investments will pay off. Some of the risk factors you can control and others you cannot. That brings me to the importance of risk management. I'm Dave Savage with Blue Valley Insurance. With the right insurance plan, your farming operation will be protected against the loss affecting your crops, livestock, equipment, and property. Manage your risk with the help of Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
This is Thad Argenbright with Performance Ag in Waterville, your Pioneer dealer. Our vision at Performance Ag is to deliver to you the very best in seed genetics from Pioneer, along with the best in service, which includes on-site seed treatment, direct delivery, and tender use. Call me, Thad Argenbright, at 785-313-3064 and find out why. With Pioneer from Performance Ag, you get more than a bag of seed.
Make every job easier with one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. For any project inside or out, if you're a professional or do-it-yourselfer, get the tools you need, including Milwaukee, DeWalt, Stanley, and more. Battery-operated tools offer the convenience and mobility with the power to get the job done quickly every time. Stocked with all the blades, bits, and accessories for your convenience as well. Check out the power tools selection today and get the work started on your schedule with Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Stocked with the freshest produce and always fresh meat counter, J&R Market in Frankfort is your full-service grocery. Start saving today with weekly specials. The J&R Market app makes shopping a breeze, so you're in and out and on your way. Open 7 days a week for your convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. until 7 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 9 to 5. Freshest produce, best selection, greatest value, J&R Market in Frankfort.
Axtell boys vying for their second straight TVL championship, going to have to play better offensively than they did in that first half, trailing 24-21 in what was a slow, I guess, kind of sloppy game too as well. Both of these teams Axtell averaging over 62 points per game. Meanwhile, Troy came in averaging just under 50. Thought we were going to see some fireworks, but the Troy defense has really held this Axtell half-court offense in check. Speaking of that, Brandon Schmelsley, who throws that pass away for Axtell's first turnover of the second half, held in check. The 6'2 junior, only one shot, came back all the way in that first quarter, held scoreless. Axtell was led by Colin Shaughnessy with 11. He had all those in the first quarter. 3 threes. Started off the game 3 for 3 from deep. 6 points for Grant Bussing, 2 as well. 4 points for Eli Brockschman, and that was the scoring. 3 ball is up and down for the big man, Henry Geiger, for Troy. Just like that, it's 6 points, and Axtell needing something. Colin Shaughnessy drives left baseline, gets that up, and that might be the something that gets this Eagle offense going. Troy also shot unconsciously in that first half. I know I've used that a lot, but not an understatement. 8 for 9 from the field were the Troy boys. If you factor in 3-point shots, too, as well, they were perfect 2 for 2 from that. So from the floor, 10 for 11. Really hard to, I guess, touch on anything that Axtell did there. Second pass as Brockschman tries to throw an alley-oop to Schmelsley. Schmelsley's going to turn it over again, coming up from behind. He is going to save a run-out possession as it will stay with the Trojans, though. Turnovers, 2 in the first half, a cause for concern for Jason Tynan and his group. 11 turnovers in that first half. Of course, Axtell didn't get a chance to knock off the rust before they got into TVL tournament. They're coming off a loss versus Clifton Clyde, 60-34. That was a game which they were held to 1 point in the second quarter. Colin Shaughnessy and Eli Brockschman led the way with 12 points apiece. But in a state-ranked matchup, Eagles going to come away with a victory in that one. Eagles still state-ranked here, though, number 2 in Class 1A at Division II, even after that loss. Of course, coming off an impressive 21-win season last year, 4th place finish at state, returning almost everyone off of that squad minus a few players. But camaraderie and experience will be the key for the Eagles this year, and so far, it is not showing up in this game as here's another turnover, just a miscommunication between Colin Shaughnessy and Eli Brockschman on that right wing, and right out of halftime, Jason Tynan wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Axtell trailing 27-23.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
To keep your vehicle running good and looking good, all you need is M&R Auto Parts in Frankfort. Motor oil, air filters, spark plugs, batteries, brakes, and more. M&R also has what you need for the outside of the vehicle. Wheel cleaners, glass cleaners, washes, and waxes. That's M&R Auto Parts, your CarQuest Auto Parts dealer in Frankfort.
At Kramer Oil, safety always comes first. We're here to keep your home and shop warm with reliable propane delivery. Which is why with your first fill-up, we perform a complimentary leak check. Your safety is our top priority, so you can rest easy knowing we've got you covered. And we're not just about safety, we're about convenience too. Need propane when you want it at a fair price? Call or text us today at 785-562-2466. We're here to serve you.
27-23 our score, third quarter action. Over in the other gym, knotted up at 35 going into the fourth quarter as number 9 seeded Frankfort is stuck with top seeded Clifton Clyde. Here in this one, Troy has led from the get-go. Axtell finally looking to get out and run. Schmelsley will get it kicked as he was looking for Grady Bussing down the middle, but something we haven't seen Axtell do a lot of in this contest. Of course, a good job by this Troy team. A lot of experience back. 3 returning starters for this Troy team that remembers what happened last year. Turnover again by Axtell. Schmelsley was looking for Bussing down low. It won't matter, though, as Troy turns it right back over to the Eagles. Mentioned it a few times here already in this contest. These two teams met up last year. Axtell won that one 53-45. Of course, Axtell went on to upset the top-seeded Eagles in the next round, 51-44, before clinching the TVL title with a 63-57 win over Blue Valley. Inside is that Brandon Schmelsley. It is. Let's call his name for the first time this evening, and one opportunity for the All-State quarterback here on the hardwood. Foul will go against Jack Hartman. Second personal for the big man now from Troy. Schmelsley having himself a nice junior season. First free throw of the night, up and no good from Schmelsley. That's only the third attempt by Axtell this time. Getting a run out. Judd got an opportunity from short. We're going to have a scrum right underneath the Troy. They're not a scrum, excuse me, but a scrap for the ball underneath the Troy basket. Doesn't mean to be anyone getting in a fight here or anything. Substitution for Axtell, Logan Sandman, 6'2 freshman, first in now for the Eagles, looking for some height down low. Sandman does a good job, almost gets the steal, but turnaround and up and down for the big man from Troy, Henry Geiger. 5 points now in this quarter to go along with 8 in the first half, is leading this Troy Trojans team. Schmelsley's going to fire at the three right wing. That one's halfway down and out. Defensive rebound pulled down Troy, but a turnover Trojans. As Hartman caught that one, tried to give it to his guard, streaking down the court. They're about 2 feet away, threw off his face. Axtell will save a possession. Quick-lived varsity experience there for Sandman as he's back on the bench. Bussing now out there. So it's going to be Grant and Grady Bussing, Schmelsley, Broxterman, and Colin Shaughnessy. They're starting 5 for the Eagles. Schmelsley with it. Round the horn. It ends up in the hands of Broxterman, right wing. Now right block, Bussing. We're going to run a pick and roll. No, we're not. We're going to take it off. Shaughnessy top the key, had 3 threes in that first half. 3-ball Eli Broxterman off the window and down from the right corner. First triple for Eli Broxterman here in this one. Let's see if that gets this Axtell team going. Now trailing by 1. Axtell crowd getting into it on the left side here of the South Gym in Onega. TVL tournament action continues tomorrow, too, on KNDY 95.5, as that's a double dribble Troy. Didn't think we were going to get that one off. Didn't mean to get too excited, but an obvious turnover there. Sandman back in for Bussing. Wyatt Detweiler in for Grady Bussing. So 2 freshmen now in for seniors. 29-28. Axtell looking for a comeback bid. It was an ugly second quarter. 6 points scored by the Eagles. Only 8 points by Troy, and another turnover. Axtell chalked that up. 16 in this game already. If you caught our first broadcast, Hanover had themselves 16 plus as well, but they shot a lot more free throws, able to win that game. Inside, good play by Troy. Gannon Bowe just got wide open underneath the basket with a back screen. Axtell did not communicate, and Troy puts up 2 more. Left side, Broxterman's going to fire a 3. That one's good. Back-to-back triples now for Eli Broxterman, as let's see if those 3 balls really start to even out. Talked about the hot start for Troy, too, in that first half, as there's a turnover. Axtell's pushing. Now they're going to get a chance to run. 3-on-1, Shaughnessy to the rim, up and down for Colin Shaughnessy. 4 points now in the quarter for the sophomore. All of a sudden, Axtell up by 2. Axtell reaching again, and a reach-in foul is going to be the call. Shaughnessy will pick that foul up. Only first one for Axtell here in this half. Troy still shooting it well. They were 8 for 9 from the field in that first half. They've come out here 2 for 2. So now 10 for 11 from 2 points. Shaughnessy steals it. Shaughnessy lays it up for 2 more. A 4-0 run for Colin Shaughnessy, and now Detweiler gets the steal. Detweiler up with a left-handed layup. He can't make that one. That one looked off from the get-go. And Troy back the other way. Blocked at the rim, though. Schmelsley blocks Judd. A tangle for the ball. A jump ball, I believe, will keep it with Troy. Athleticism there from Brandon Schmelsley, getting that block on the big man from Troy and saving a possession for that Axtell defense. Timeout, Troy, as all of a sudden Axtell now up by 4, leading with 2:48 left to play in this third quarter.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the best. At Hanover Hospital, they are more than just a healthcare facility. They are your friends and neighbors right here in your community. Their commitment to high-quality, family-friendly care means when you're at Hanover Hospital, you're with family. They offer state-of-the-art healthcare services with certified professionals on staff 24/7, 365 days a year. Hanover Hospital, your community, your health. Visit them today for close-to-home quality healthcare.
Axtell will come out with Logan Sandman, Wyatt Detweiler, Eli Brocksterman, Gavin Shaughnessy, and Brandon Schmelsley as their 5 out there for the Eagles. As for Troy, it will be Henry Geiger, Jack Hardman, Gannon Bowe, Seth Judd, and then Wyatt Whistler in there for the Trojans. Just like that, Axtell's regained a 4-point lead. They trailed at half 24-21. But hot shooting for the Eagles like Troy had in that first half gives Axtell the lead. Shaughnessy thought about a screen out, cross-court pass into Brocksterman. Brocksterman hard dribbles into the paint. Schmelsley, nice pass, up and down to the freshman, Logan Sandman. Perfectly placed pass there from Brandon Schmelsley as the junior sets up the freshman. Full-court pass coming near way. It's going to be caught by Hartman. Hartman makes the move on Schmelsley up, and foul will be called. But now this offense starting to catch a little bit of a rhythm for Axtell. They couldn't find anything in the half court there in that first half, but here in the second, good ball movement, good sharing too as well. And easy buckets for head coach Jason Tynan and his Eagles. At the line, Henry Geiger misses that one. Geiger 1 for 1 in that first half. Foul will actually go against Eli Brocksterman as first. Geiger splits a pair there, goes 1 for 2. Not a lot of free throws on either side. Only 3 attempted by Axtell in this game. Only 5 attempted for Troy in this game. Schmelsley, right elbow, swarmed by the Trojans. Looking for another pass, finds in the corner Wyatt Detweiler. Now we're going to hit Sandman down low. Sandman gets it out top to Shaughnessy. Around the horn, it's going to continue to go. Schmelsley from the elbow. That one's hard off the back of the rim. No good. Axtell 1 and done. Good shot there by Brandon Schmelsley. Only the first make for Axtell from the floor, second miss from Axtell from the floor in this half. 5-point advantage Eagles, 37-32, 1:30 left to play in the third quarter. Kick ball, and it will stay with the Trojans. Substitution, Grady Bussing now in. He will check freshman Logan Sandman, who had some good minutes, a big 2-point bucket here a few minutes ago. Grady Bussing scoreless so far here in this one. Only starter not to score, only player not to attempt a shot either for Axtell. Elevator screen top the key. Bo's going to get a 3 and a foul. He's not going to make the 3, but a foul will be called on Axtell for blowing through that play. Set up that little elevator screen you see a lot of college and NBA teams run. Got Gannon Bowe a nice shot from top of the key. Foul will go against, it's going to be Gavin Shaughnessy's first. And almost a near steal there by Shaughnessy as he about makes up for it on the defensive end. Trojans keep possession, though. 76 left in the third quarter, and a carry is going to be the call on Seth Judd. That's his second carry down here in this one, as the officials have been very cognizant of that call here in this one. Detweiler running point. Swings it left side now into the hands of Gavin Shaughnessy. Around the horn it goes. Axtell still looking to get it inside. 3 around 2. Your 2 inside will be Schmelsley and Bussing. That's going to be Grady Bussing down low. 3 ball on the way, right corner. That's going to be long. Offensive rebound pulled though by Gavin Shaughnessy, giving these Eagles another opportunity. Brocksterman misses his first 3, and then Axtell turns it over in the far corner. Gavin Shaughnessy got a little quick with those feet, walked with it. Empty possession Eagles. 44 seconds left here to go, third quarter action. Winner will take on either 1-seeded Clifton Clyde or 9-seeded Frankfort, who were knotted up at the end of 3 quarters. Here in this one, Axtell trailed at half. Now they lead by 5. Schmelsley steals that one, more like an interception. We've seen him do that a lot on the gridiron this year as he led the Eagles to their third straight state championship. but he will be fouled after getting his hands on that pass. It's another turnover, Troy. They had 9 in that first half, already up to 7 here in the second. Foul will go on Seth Judd. That's going to be his third personal. Axtell will look to hold last possession inside. Snelsley will be rewarded now with some free throws coming his way. Action continues, too, over on our sister station, FM 94.1 AM 1570, as Bruce Deerking will have the Marysville Bulldogs at the Thunder Classic over in Seneca. They're winners tonight over Jackson Heights. Look to play another day as the Marysville Boys Bulldogs state ranked 2 as well. Inside wide, Detweiler nearly gets it stolen away, but he'll regain possession. Left side, Colin Shaughnessy fires up a 3, and in his face, and he hits it. Colin Shaughnessy, a big triple here in the third quarter, pushes this lead up to 8. Troy gets a shot off, but will not be good as Axtell goes into third quarter, leading 40-32.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Kuhlman Implement and Hardware is your AGCO Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer with personalized care since 1935. See Kuhlman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your AGCO Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Kuhlman Implement and Hardware in Lynn, Kansas.
71 degrees all the way.
73 degrees, please.
When it comes to keeping your home warm this winter, what's your perfect degree of comfort? We'll help you find it with a new Rheem heating system that'll keep you warm, save on energy costs, and may qualify for utility rebates and tax credits. So enjoy a new degree of comfort this winter.
72 degrees and I'm in heaven.
Get professional service and all brands of equipment. Call B&W Electric in Hanover, your local Rheem contractor, at 785-337-2598 today.
A masterclass defensively by Axtell in that third quarter. They outscored Troy 19-8. First possession of Troy will go inside as Henry Geiger, I believe, will be fouled. No, that'll be big man Jack Hartman back to the line for 2 free throws. But it was a slow first half. 24-21 was the score. Troy led in that one, but like you talked about it, a eruption from the offensive end from Axtell in that third quarter, outscoring the Trojans 19-8. Gavin Shaughnessy, 9 points in that quarter, now up to 20 in the contest. 6 points for Eli Broxman, too, as he came alive. Hartman splits a pair for Troy. Axtell now out and running. Inside, Snelsley won't get that one to fall. Actually, that's going to be Broxterman, as everyone for Axtell crashed on that offensive possession. Eli Broxterman will be rewarded now with 2 free throws. Big foul there, Jack Hartman, the big junior for Troy, now bevied with 3 fouls. That is only the second attempt by Axtell from the free throw line in this second half. Their first make as Broxman steps to the line for 2, calmly knocks down them both. 12 points now for the junior in this one. Near side, Axtell's going to trap. They won't get a steal, but they'll get Troy out of position. Right side corner, that's going to be an air ball. Saved, though, nicely by Geiger here near side. Geiger swings it around top of the key. Gasper shot. Gasper tries up a 3, and he will. Caston Gasper, a freshman off the bench, hits his first 3 of the night on his second shot. Now 1 for 2 from the field. A big triple to give Troy points here late in the fourth quarter. Snelsley with him at the right elbow, attacks left side, tries to bully his way through Hartman down low, but a turnover again by Axtell. This has been sloppy ball for both sides. 18 turnovers for Axtell in this game, while Troy has committed 17. Eagles will continue to press. Loose ball far side. Who's got it? Broxterman comes up with it at the other end. Freshman Sandman into the game. Logan Sandman, the 6'2 freshman, 4 points here in the second half. Big buckets helping lead Axtell to this lead. Broxterman, second straight steal. Troy controls it, though, quickly the other way. Bow up and will be fouled. Opportunity from the line now will be Gannon Bow. Intensity between these two schools. They met last year in this quarterfinal matchup. Axtell able to defeat Troy 54-53-45. And Axtell has really had the number on Troy the last couple of years. Bow sinks that free throw. Foul will go against Logan Sandman. First personal on the freshman. Second free throw will go down as Bow connects on both of his free shots. 44-38 our score. Axtell leading, 6:30 left to play before this contest. Winner will go on to face either Clifton Clyde or Frankfurt. Last check, Frankfurt had a 1-point lead with 90 seconds. Inside, Grant Bussing can't get that one to fall, but he gets his own offensive rebound from 2 feet away and gives the Eagles another possession. Chance to run some clock now. Smelsley with it, left elbow. Around the horn, Gavin Shaughnessy for 3. That one's going to be short off the rim, and that Troy will corral. Foul about 85 feet away from the basket on Axtell, as now that's going to be the third team foul for the Eagles with 6 minutes left to go, so you don't want to start putting Troy at the line too terribly fast. Brandon Schmelsley, quiet night for the junior. Only 2 points, but some big steals and some big assists, too, here early on in this one. Leadership for his team. Troy has trouble with it, and a turnover on the restraining line for the Trojans. Of course, here on the older side of the gym in Troy, they do have the restraining line on the sides. His benches are right up next to the sideline. Must have stepped into that restraining line when he caught it. Coach for Troy still wanting an explanation from across the sideline, but Axtell will keep it in possession with the lead, 44-38, just under 6 minutes left to go in this one. Troy led 16-15 at the end of one quarter. It was 24-21 at the end of the first half, but a 19-8-point eruption for the Eagles got them ahead here in this third. Grady Bussing, his first shot. All starters in the scoring column now for Axtell. Quickly the other way, though, comes Troy up and down for his own two. Henry Geiger now with 16 points in this contest, and back and forth we go. 6-point advantage still for the Eagles. Good comeback yet so far, vying for their second straight TVL tournament championship. Setting at 6-1 on the season. Troy came in 5-3, 3-1 in TVL play. Axtell won their first 6 games of the year before losing to Clifton Clyde back on January 5th. That was a handling that Clifton Clyde gave Axtell as the Eagles defeated the Eagles, 50-34. Substitution Wyatt Detweiler now into the contest for Axtell. Logan Sandman, freshman with 4 points here in this one, to the bench. Smelsley will be the trigger man underneath his own basket, gets it easily into Bussing. Right back to Smelsley for the 2-point bucket. Just stepped in right after throwing in that inbounds pass, and an easy 2 for the Eagles. Near steal there by Detweiler. It's going to lead to a Troy run-out, though. Into the lane goes wildly. Geiger misses from short. Smelsley controls the board. Smelsley swings the left side. Broxterman looks to push. Now he pulls it back. Axtell nearly steals it over. Shaughnessy will save a possession. Somehow gets inside, and a walk will be called on Colin Shaughnessy. Just got moving a little bit too fast, did he, on that one. 8-point advantage, Axtell Eagles. They've led here all in the fourth quarter, most of the third, too, as well. Gannon Bow's going to attack, left elbow, kicking out into the hands of, I believe, Heiger. Now Troy's going to throw it away into the backcourt. Turnover Trojans. Their 9th here in this half. As the Axtell defensive pressure has caused havoc. Talking to head coach Jason Tynan during our Coach's Corner interview, which of course can be heard every Tuesday after local sports about 5:20. He talked about the defense intensity for this team was going to be a key moving forward if they wanted to get back to where they were last year. And so far in this one, we didn't see it in the first half, but we sure have seen it here in the second as they have stuffed Troy's offense, only allowed 8 points in that third quarter. They've allowed 8 so far here in the fourth. But if you can hold a team to less than a dozen, you're doing pretty darn good. Smelsley gets it back on the trigger, now goes inside Grant Bussing, up and down. That's actually going to be Grady Bussing, his second bucket of this contest, all here in the fourth quarter, and now Troy's out and running. Bounce pass underneath, blocked by Smelsley. Hartman got it up on the rim, Smelsley sent it back, and now Troy is going to foul on the fast break. I believe, yes, that's going to go against Troy. Let me check here. They're giving that to 25. Actually, I think they're going to call it on Axtell. Braden Smelsley picking up his second because Troy will keep possession underneath their own bucket. Hartman can't hit the 3-foot turnaround, though, as Troy goes empty on their possession. Axtell quickly the other way. Smelsley in the corner. Around the horn it goes, 10-point advantage now for the Eagles. Looking to get it inside to Smelsley. Looks like Colin Shaughnessy is walking down there on the sideline. Looks to maybe twisted up that ankle a little bit. Probably won't see him for the last 3 minutes, and Axtell turns it over. That's going to give us an opportunity to hear from our sponsors. We'll be back here, TVL Action, in just a second.
Duzine Enterprises has been laying floors all over our area since 1962. That's miles and miles of carpet, laminate, tile, hardwood, and vinyl. And they are so good at it that their schedule is filling up fast. So while good things come to those who wait, if you have a remodel or a new construction project in your near future, you should probably get on their schedule today. So call 785-325-2379. That's 785-325-2379. Duzine Enterprises in Washington. Why would you go anywhere else? Financing available.
Where do you turn when the unexpected happens? You may wonder what's next. Who do I call? What should I do? We at Christy Anders and Anders Fifley Funeral Homes are here to assist by providing support and personal services while helping create a beautiful and unique tribute for your loved one. We're proud to offer affordable, personalized packages to fit any budget. You can find us online at apfunerals.com or visit us in Waterville at Christy Anders Funeral Home or in Riley at Anders Fifley Funeral Home.
Earning and keeping your business is the top priority at Old D Tractor Repair in Lynn. Their professionally trained technicians have a tremendous amount of experience with all types of farm equipment. They service all brands of tractors, combines, and forage equipment, especially John Deere. They work on diesel truck engines, clutches, transmissions, differentials, and brakes. Call Oldie Tractor Repair of Lynn, Kansas, serving area farmers for over 26 years.
Troy ended up taking a timeout there, so a little bit longer extended break than I intended it to be, but we'll go ahead and take it with them. Foul will be called coming out of the timeout on Eli Brockschman. He's going to pick up his second personal as he tried to get himself another steal. Freshman Logan Sandman back into the contest for Grady Bussing. Sandman, Smelsley, Detweiler. I guess Grady's in there. Grant is out, excuse me. And Brockschman, your 5 out there for the Eagles. Speaking of the Eagles, Clifton Clyde, a 1-point victory over Frankfort as Jack Stoshny hit 2 free throws late to put the Clifton Clyde Eagles into semifinal round. Winner of this game will face off against Clifton Clyde. Beautiful passing from Axtell as Grady Bussing lays it in from 2 feet away. His third bucket here in this third quarter. So Axtell up by 8. One game on this side of the bracket already finished. Mentioned it, Clifton Clyde winning that one. The Eagles remain perfect on the season as they look for their first TVL tournament championship. This Clifton Clyde since 1997. Both boys and girls for Clifton Clyde came in top seed into this tournament. Both have advanced so far. Winner of this contest will face off against Clifton Clyde Friday at 3 p.m. If it does happen to be these Eagles, it'll be a matchup or rematch of the game back on January 5th. Smelsley inside, kind of a wild shot, will go off the side of the board for Axtell. Troy will take possession with 2 minutes left in this one. 3-ball on the way. That's going to be an air ball from straight on. Henry Geiger can't find the mark in this one. And substitution back now for Axtell. Dalton Heinen, the 6'1 junior, back in. So Troy came back to their norm. If you're just catching us in this one, Troy in the first half, 8 for 9 shooting from the field, 2 for 2 from the three-point line. Got them out to a nice lead as Geiger gets himself a 2-point bucket. Axtell fought back. A lot of turnovers on both sides. The Eagles have committed, where are we at now? 20 turnovers in this game. Meanwhile, Troy has committed 19, so it's been sloppy both ways, but it was 2 quarters of defense for Axtell. They outscored Troy 19-8 in that third quarter and really gave them the lead. And, of course, like we said, Axtell just kind of came back to the norm shooting. Here's a steal by Seth Judd. He's going to go all the way to the rim, be fouled by Broxerman, committing the personal foul, not allowing an easy 2-point bucket to go down for Judd. 4th personal now for Axtell as the Eagles still lead by 10. So 1:24 left to play in this contest. 10-point advantage. Troy will be at the line, though, for 2 free throws. Seth Judd, first one is up and no good. First free throw for the senior here tonight. No good for the Trojans. Six for 11. We're going to make that 6 for 12 now for Troy from the line. At the other end, up for 2. Wyatt Detweiler, his first bucket here on the evening. 1 for 3 from the floor. Troy gets a quick answer and gets a timeout. We'll take it with them with 1:11 remaining. Axtell still leading by 10.
At the beginning of every crop year, you get only one chance to get it right. Start your season off with a seed you can trust. Plant DeKalb Asgrow. They have a full range of products that have proven themselves year after year. Parker Seed can provide the right seed for your environmental conditions. There's no room for error. Call Parker Seed to start your season off right. When you call Todd Parker, he'll put his knowledge and experience to work to help you make the right choices. Call today, 562-6687. That's 562-6687.
See Andy Bruna at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover for a full line of your everyday hardware needs and all the building supplies you'll need to get the job done right. Just about anything you might need around the farm or home is found at Andy's, and always fast, friendly service when you need it. It just makes good sense to shop at Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover, Kansas, a proud Wildcat booster. That's Andy's Hardware and Lumber in Hanover.
Since 1976, Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions has been your farm and home marketing team. Let the experienced family team of Tom and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you when buying or selling a home or farmland. Delivering timely, honest, and professional guidance, visit olmstedrealestate.com to view current listings and auctions. Your farm and home marketing team is Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions.
310, sold 300. That's buyer 5-2.
Axtell leading by 10, 54-44, 1:07 left. Looks like that will be it for Jack Hartman. The big junior for the Trojans fouls out now. He ended up with 8 points in this contest, 5 there in the first half. It was a big defensive presence by the Trojans in that first half. Really stalled this Axtell offense there. But Axtell found a solution, came out in the third quarter, outscored Troy 19-8, regained the lead, and have never looked back. The second foul will go against Seth Judd, fellow senior, now his 4th personal. At the line, Logan Sandman, the freshman, 6'2", from Axtell, misses his first one. Sandman, though, with some big minutes here for head coach Jason Tynan in the second half. Splits the pair now, 5 points for Sandman. as that is only Axtell's 7th free throw attempt here in this contest. Neither team have really went to the line. Troy's starting to push them up here at the end. They have 8 free throws here in the second half. They shot 4 in the first. Meanwhile, like we said, only 7 free throw attempts for Axtell in the game. 2 more upcoming now for Wyatt Whistler, the junior at the line, his first bucket here this evening. Substitution, Grant Bussing, will check by Grady Bussing. Big storyline, too, as well. Clifton Clyde held off by 1 point by Frankfort, but Colin Shaughnessy saw him later on here towards the end of the bench, walking Benway through that third quarter, looking like he kind of strained a knee or an ankle, so we'll keep an eye on that. The Eagles are able to advance here. 3 ball from Troy is up and down. That's going to be Caston Jasper, his second triple, and they're not done yet as Troy takes the timeout with 38 seconds. We'll get you 30. Keep it right here, though, for the final 38 ticks.
Titan Trailer Manufacturing of Waterville offers a full line of horse and livestock trailers, flatbed trailers, utility trailers, dump trailers, stock trailers, cargo trailers, and custom trailers. Are you sensing a theme here? Trailers. If you need it, they have it. Not only do they have it, Titan Trailers are a higher standard of quality manufactured in Waterville. You're pulling the best with a Titan Trailer. Log on to TitanTrailer.com and find a dealer near you and see for yourself.
Turnkey custom home builds with Inline Construction make the home building process as easy as you approving final decisions. From start to finish, let Inline tackle site preparation, foundation, framing, and finish inside and out. Lots are available at Hartley Ridge in North Marysville, or they can build on your site. Call today and get started with Inline Construction.
For the best of care close to home, visit the Washington County Hospital and Family Medicine of Washington County. Their team of professionals work together to provide every member of your family in every stage of life with medical care. From routine checkups to diagnostic services, visiting outpatient specialists, obstetrics, major and minor surgical procedures, and an emergency room that is always staffed by physicians, you'll find the best of care right here in Washington County. Call 785-325-2211 for your appointment today.
So Troy hits that 3. We go to timeout. Trojans will now play the fouling game the rest of the 33 seconds. They're going to send Logan Sandman to the line where he has split a pair earlier in this quarter. Calmly steps up and knocks down the front end. Second free throw upcoming for Sandman. That one's pure as silk, too, as well. 3 for 4 on the game, 2 for 2 from that mark from Sandman. And the Eagles are now back up to 9. 3 ball on the way, straight away. That's off the top of the backboard. Should have been out. Grady Bussing's going to pull down the board. Wyatt Detweiler, far side, is going to be hacked with 21 seconds left. And we'll send the freshman now to the line for 2 free throws. Foul will go against who we're going to put that one on now. Henry Geiger, that's going to be his second personal foul, missed on that 3. First free throw now for Detweiler. That one's pure as silk. .21 seconds left, 10-point game. Wyatt Detweiler at the line. Axtell leading in this one. They trailed at half 24-21. They used a big third quarter, outscored Troy 19-8 to regain this lead, and it looks like they will move on to quarterfinal action against Clifton Clyde. 3 ball from Troy, down for Jasper, his third here in the quarter. They're going to try to steal it again, gets it into the hands of Detweiler, and Detweiler is going to be fouled where he just hit 2 from the line. So the Clifton Clyde boys escape a scare from the 9-seeded Frankfort Wildcats 52-41 as Jack Scotchney hit free throws late in that one to give the Eagles their win. Eagles are looking for their first TVL tournament championship since 1997. Meanwhile, they're on a crash course for this Axtell Eagles team that is returning TVL tournament champions. And, of course, looking for their third one in school history. And if that is the case, That would be a rematch, too, from a contest back on January 5th. Axtell's lone loss of the season came at the hands of Clifton Clyde at home, 60-34, in what was a dominating defensive effort by the Eagles. Final ticks tick off. Troy gets a half-court heave away, but it's going to be no good, and the Axtell boys move on with a 60-51 win over the Troy Trojans. After trailing 24-21 at half, Axtell comes fighting back to secure their spot in the semifinal round. We're going to take a timeout, bring it right back here as we wrap up this contest in quarterfinal action, the last one of the night from the TVL tournament here on a Wednesday. Again, Axtell boys victorious 60-51.
Ricky's Cafe in Hanover ain't just good, it's home. From their daily specials to a full menu, choose your favorite served fresh, hot, and fast. Your family when you stop at Ricky's Cafe, and you're welcome anytime. Enjoy the delicious menu choices, and of course, when you're hosting an event, bring Ricky's Catering along. With a variety of options available, always at affordable prices. Call for your next engagement and count on Ricky's Cafe at Hanover.
Just like our area athletes work each day in practice to perform at their best in the big game, the staff at Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, work daily to provide the best parts and service experience when you need it most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. We know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one. Bruna Implement Company, since 1947.
Friendly, personalized service to meet your banking needs. That's the standard at First National Bank, Frankfort.
My community bank has responded to the changes needed to keep my money safe and secure. They've switched to cards with the latest technology, which is safer and more secure than before. My community bank provides safety and security while staying on top of the latest banking trends.
Let First National Bank's brand of banking be responsive to your needs. First National Bank, Frankfort, proud to be your community bank. Member FDIC.
Wait, Santa is done, my friends. After Santa's hard work comes the new Wi-Fi hungry connected gadgets. Make sure your router is capable and ready. Let Blue Valley help you kick off the new year on the right foot and upgrade your Wi-Fi experience. Get 2 months free worry-free Wi-Fi and free installation from Blue Valley Technologies. For more details, visit bluevalley.net/promo.
Axtell Eagle boys win, pulling away 60-51 over the 5-seeded Troy Trojans. That will set up a matchup between 4-seeded Axtell and 1-seeded Clifton Clyde, a rematch from January 1st. The Eagles' lone loss of the season is handed to those Eagles. Of course, Eagles looking to repeat as tournament champions, too, as well. Clifton Clyde looking for their first one since 1997. In this contest, it was a tale of 2 halves for Axtell. Looking at scoring for the quarters, it was 16-15, Troy leading at the end of one, 24-21 at halftime, but an outscoring of 19-8 in the third quarter put Axtell up 40-32, and they never looked back, winning this one 60-51. Troy had a good game plan coming out in the first half. They were almost unstoppable from the field, too, as well. They shot 8 for 9 from the field, 2 for 2 from threes, but it wasn't enough as the Eagles, just like last year in the TVL tournament, defeat these Trojans to move on to the semifinal round. As for scoring for both of these squads, first starting with Troy, they will drop now to 5-4 on the season, drop down to the bottom side of the bracket. They were led by Henry Geiger with 18. He had 8 in the first half, 10 there in the second. 11 points for Gannon Bowe, 8 points for Jack Hartman, 4 points for Seth Judd, 9 points for Caston Jasper, the freshman off the bench, all 3 triples in the fourth quarter, and a single point for Wyatt Whistler, too, as well. Now, as for Axtell, all starters scored, and it was a balanced attack. 20 points for Colin Shaughnessy. He had all 20 of those before the fourth quarter started. 12 points for Eli Brocksterman, 6 points for Grady Bussing and Grant Bussing apiece. Grant scored all of his in the first, Grady all of his in the second. 4 points for Brandon Schmelsley on a quiet night for the junior, but all starters were respectful and effective. Logan Sandman, a big 7 points in that second half for the 6'2 freshman off the bench. Some big buckets on some nice passes from his guards. And then 5 points for Wyatt Detweiler, too, as well, all in that fourth quarter. Free throws went the way of the Eagles. They were 10 for 13 from the stripe. Troy was 7 for 14. Meanwhile, turnovers were about even. It was a sloppy game both ways. 20 turnovers for Axtell and 18 for Troy. But Axtell was able to defeat Troy 60-51 and move on to semifinal action. We're going to take one more timeout for the evening, come back and take a look at the brackets as well as the broadcast schedule for the remaining of the TVL week here from Onega.
Begin your new year with a new career at Landall in Marysville. Currently accepting applications for experienced assemblers, welders, painters, and a net developer. You cannot beat the benefits Landall offers. Wages start at $16 up to $21.20 per hour with a $2 an hour shift differential for second and third shift, 4% attendance bonus, promotions, raises, all-inclusive medical plan, paid time off and paid holidays, weekly paychecks, and more. Apply online and learn more at landall.com or call 785-562-5381 for more information. Landall Company is an equal opportunity employer.
What is shining like that?
Oh, it's just my teeth.
Whoa, how'd you get them so white?
It's easy. I go to Gray Family Dental. They've been serving Northeast Kansas for over 19 years and have locations in Marysville, Blue Rapids, and Frankfort. With all that experience, they really know what they're doing.
Really? They sound amazing.
They sure are. Remember, if you want the whitest teeth in the business from a local employer who supports your schools and community, go to Gray Family Dental. Schedule your appointment by calling 562-5323 today.
B&D Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-framed buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. B&D Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. B&D Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. B&D Buildings at 785-294-0147.
You want a bank that not only cares about you, but the businesses and families around. FNB Washington is that bank. Community-minded since 1883, FNB Washington truly has been there through it all. A mainstay in the Washington community, FNB cherishes the opportunity to give back, whether participating in hosting local events, providing a community room for public use, or cheering the Tigers on to victory. Your local and hometown bank is still FNB Washington, Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. No, not that one. It's time for the Twin Valley League basketball tournament, a showcase of 24 of the best teams in the state, all in one place. And along with the terrific play-by-play broadcasts you will get here on KNDY, check out the TVL Spotlight, the only podcast with coverage from Onega all week long. The TVL Spotlight on TVLspotlight.com, a service of Sunflower State Radio.
And my appreciation to Jeff Wirtz there of the TVL Spotlight, sending me scores and updates throughout this week, obviously keeping me in line. Go check him out on Facebook. Find the blog, too, as well, and podcast at KNDYradio.com. So Wednesday is done from the TVL tournament in Onega. The second official day has finally wrapped up. Brackets are starting to take shape, and we already have some matchups set. We're going to start on the girls' side. One-seeded Clifton Clyde was able to defeat Axtell this afternoon, 49-19. They move on to semifinal action, 1:30 versus Hanover, as the Lady Wildcats were able to top Frankfort 46-39 earlier on our broadcast. That game will be Friday at 1:30. Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket here, two more games tomorrow to get figured out. 3-seeded Centralia will take on 6-seeded Donovan West at 5:30 tomorrow. Meanwhile, also at 5:30, we're going to get our broadcast schedule started with the number 2-seeded Valley Heights Mustangs going up against the 10-seeded Lynn Bulldogs at 5:30 right here on KNDY 95.5. Whoever wins those moves on into the semifinal action on Friday. Now on the boys' side, 2 spots are already clinched right here. Axtell defeated Troy 60-51 in a come-from-behind effort there in the second half. That sets up a rematch between Axtell and the Clifton Clyde, as Clifton Clyde, the 1 seed, sneaked past the 9-seeded Frankfort Wildcats 52-51 on Jack Scotchney's 2 late free throws for the Eagles, and a rematch that sets up between Clifton Clyde and Axtell of a game from January 5th, one in which Clifton Clyde handed Axtell their lone loss on the season there at home. On the bottom side of the bracket there, number 3-seeded Centralia Panthers, they will face 11-seed Doniphan West Thursday at 7 p.m. in the South Gym, while over on the north side, our second game of the evening will come as the 2-seeded Hanover Wildcats host the 10-seeded Valley Heights Mustangs after they were victorious over 7-seeded Lynn 50-45 on Monday. That will be our second game of the afternoon here from Thursday there at 7 o'clock between Hanover and Valley Heights. Brackets starting to take shape. Of course, keep tuned KNDYradio.com for updates throughout the week. And, of course, keep tuned, too, as well for tomorrow's action, as we are going to get started right about 5:30 with Valley Heights girls and Lynn girls vying for a spot in the semifinal round of Friday. So for Wednesday night action, this has been Max Blasky with you along for the ride here tonight. It's time for me to sign off, drive on home, get some sleep, and be back here tomorrow. So if you're doing the same, as always, drive safe. Be safe out there, and we'll hope to hear you again or see you possibly again tomorrow afternoon as the Valley Heights Mustangs take on the Lynn Bulldogs at 5:30, while the Hanover Wildcats face off against the Valley Heights Mustangs at 7 o'clock. From the TVL tournament, this has been Max Blasky for KNDY Radio. Everyone drive home safe, and we will see you tomorrow evening.
KNDY.